What's up, guys? So, I've noticed that in a lot of communities, it's very popular for somebody to go to the subreddit and discuss what they see there. Now, for Borderlands 2, we don't really seem to have anybody that does that. So, I think I'm going to go ahead and give it a crack. We'll just see what's on there. Alright, we're going to be sorting by top of this week. That 2% really makes a difference, huh? 10% chance for an item drop, 12% for STV. You know, to be fair for this, it just... You melee a lot more than you farm items, right? Well, at least, in terms of drop chance. So it seems like it's more than 12%, but it's just because you're out there doing it so often, right? Because, yeah, if you could get item rolls as fast as you could press your melee key, it probably wouldn't feel so bad. But, it just doesn't happen like that. So it feels like it, but really this is okay. This isn't really an issue. Playing Borderlands until I get angry. Okay, 8 seconds long. I can only imagine that it's 8 seconds because they were on the front page loading screen, and it was trying to download DLC that they already had. And you just sit there and wait for an hour. Now, the caption, they hate UVHM, which is fair for a new person, but realistically, if you play the game a fair amount, UVHM isn't that scary, right? You get a little bit of slag, you get some okay healing, maybe you crouch on a ruby if you're a new person, maybe a grog if you're a new person, but it's tolerable. It's fine. It's it's difficult. It's definitely difficult, but it's okay. It's not bad. Guys literally only want one thing. It's disgusting. 98% sham with fire immune? Yeah. Yeah, I'll take this. I'm okay. This is good. I'll take this. Yeah. Maybe corrode immune because the dot is a little scarier, it lasts longer. But yeah, if this could exist, I want this. Please give me this. I'll take it. My brother introduced me to this game when I was 14 on the family Xbox 360, and I can confidently say it's my favorite game of all time. Dude, nice. Got all the achievements, got 365 hours. Now, for a sweaty nerd, that's not a whole lot of time. But that's a very respectable amount of time, especially considering they had that little playtime and got all the achievements already. That's good. You did a good job. I know for myself, I got into this game because my brother bought it, and then I just, I played it because we had it. I never really, thought, ooh, this is going to be an interesting game I'll play for a long time. It just sort of happens, It's really cool, though. It's really nice how it works out. In my 650 hours of playing this game, I've never heard or seen of this gun before. Oh. I didn't think that the Godfinger was very, best kept secret of the game or anything like that. It exists. It's a Pearl sniper, drops from Tubbies, after level 62-ish, roughly around there, It's okay. I wouldn't really, try to use it too much because its damage is subpar. But, it's a sniper, so it's not bad. Antagonist reflection on OP10 Hyperius, finally. Yeah, these are really cool. I don't necessarily know if it would help, but in this situation, you could use a gemstone version of that shotgun, just because it has an extra chance to reflect on itself. It's really weird that it's a stat, but on all the Tina gemstone weapons, they just have that. It's just a minor reflect chance on it, so that could save you a little bit of health every once in a while. Got my first pearl. Yeah, I'm kind of expecting to see a lot of this on here, honestly. Because, people get pearls and stuff, and it's really cool, but I guess I've just played the game for too long, where I'm sort of desensitized to it. Because this is, I wouldn't say it's a common occurrence, but the longer you play, the less exciting it gets. Now, that doesn't mean it's not cool still, right? Because you can have an item that, yeah, you expect it to drop, but maybe it helps your build. Maybe you want to build around it, or you can just tinker with it or something like that. It's still cool to have. Good for you, though. Still dreaming of a Borderlands movie with this cast. Okay. I don't know how the Borderlands movie is gonna go. I'm confused about what part of the timeline it's in. I just can't see it being like good, you know? It's kind of like how that Mario movie is gonna come out apparently, where like Jack Black is Bowser and like Seth Rogen is Donkey Kong. It just doesn't like your brain just can't see it going well. I mean, maybe it will. Maybe it will. I don't know. I just have some serious doubts about it. I really, really do. Literally the rarest thing that has ever happened to me while farming Lee. I got it from one of the ammo icebergs. Nice. Yeah. I guess this could always just happen. It's really, like, you have to be really pressing your luck to get this to happen. But with the amount of people that play the game and the amount of hours, like, people dump into it, it makes sense that eventually someone would get a pearl from a thing like this. It's fair. It makes sense. But still cool. Good for you. Time to sail the stars, hunting vaults. Ain't no rest for the wicked. This is kind of cool. I myself am apprehensive about getting a tattoo of anything game related, but I think it's neat whenever people do. It's a conversation piece. I don't know how many conversations you're going to be having about Borderlands 2 with random strangers on the street, though, because out of all my time working places, I never really get to converse about it. It's only whenever I'm online with my nerd people doing my nerd stuff that I really get to talk about this game. But still, this is really cool. This is a very nice tattoo. Weird loot midget. I see nothing wrong with this. This is okay. No, this is just, yeah, that's a loot midget. You can tell by the face down here. It's one of the engineer ones. Yep. That's fine. That's a midget. Level 20. Good job. Hope you got a legendary. First tummy ever got Slag Bunny. Should I be happy or not? Well, you know, I don't want to put down a new person's drop. I never do, because it's always good for them, you know? But the bunny is such a weird gun. Like, nobody likes rubberized grenades to begin with, and this is just a rocket launcher equivalent. If you're like a Javelin Krieg, or like you just want a Meteor to throw at people, it could work. There's a very high chance it won't work, and it'll just bounce off and hit a mob, or like bounce off and hit you, or just go somewhere and not hit anything. But it's neat. It's a rocket launcher if you need a rocket launcher. It looks like you have a bada boom right now, so you clearly don't. But good for you. It's a good drop. But this is the true hell. Oof. The amount of times I do Clan Wars, because I like to do Clan Wars for the XP from it, and this just happens. You'll get McZafford to like just start walking, and for some reason, as soon as he decides to walk, everyone else in the bar wants to be back there with him. I don't know what the actual reason for this is. You can try like save quitting to reset the mob, like just where they are. Sometimes I can like stand in the way of certain mobs and get him through that way. But it just happens. It sucks. I don't understand why it's a thing. But yeah, this unfortunately does just happen. Pain. What is it? Oh no. Oh. Okay. So, let's talk about this situation right here. You're fighting Binary. You're level 80 Siren, you have an unkempt Herald. You should probably focus his turret. I can see from this picture that the health bar for the turret completely full. What you really should have done in this situation, slag that turret and just kill it. I know the next turret's gonna spawn, and it's the bar loader turret. Nobody likes the bar loader turret. But it's better than dying, because you were so close. Like, you almost had this. You could have had this OP level. Better luck next time. Got that Herald recently. Is it good? Well, first off, it's a Herald, so yes. Second off, it's a Deepa, which is okay. There's this weird divide in the community against people who like the Deepa specifically, and people who just like a damage Herald. You know, like damage prefix, door grip, all that stuff. Basically, if you are using a damage prefix unkempt Herald, you will deal more more damage per ammo spent. Now, the Deepa potentially could have better damage per second, but it's more ammo expensive. And so if you're like a newer character, if you're playing a character that doesn't have ammo regen, or you can't rely on really slow fire rate Herald, I would not recommend getting a Deepa for you necessarily. Now, a matching grip, like a Tor grip, or like a Bandit grip for more mag size, or even a Vladov grip for more fire rate, those would be preferred. This person has a Maliwan grip, which arguably does like the least for them here. But it's okay. You're level 34, it's a Herald, it's gonna kill stuff. You're gonna be fine. 5 golden keys for Borderlands 2 expires February 28th, available on all platforms. Well, I should upload this on the 12th, so here you go. Have a look. Good luck. If you just want to pause the video, write it down. If it actually works, cool. If it doesn't, my bad, that's on me. But hopefully this thing works. After a whole day of killing that MF called Terra, the Invincible, I got his relic. Cool. I mean, I wouldn't, unless you're just like farming to collect all the items, I wouldn't really want to use this, you know? In Borderlands, your health regen almost never matches the damage you take. This is a game where you can get shot like 3 times and your entire shield and health bar are just gone. It happens. So that I would probably focus more on DPS and, you know, other stuff like that instead. But still, like, good for you. Good job. This takes a while. Is the Ludopult worth using? I already used it once and it gave me pretty good stuff. Oh, right. I totally forgot that the Wonderlands one-shot exists. This was so weird. Like, I respect the idea of it, but this is just the Tina DLC reworked a very, very minor amount, might I add. And then they just had the nerve to charge $10 for it on some platforms. I know you could get it free on most, but why? You know? Like, I guess if you just wanted to catch people up with the idea of what Wonderlands might be like, this is neat, I guess. But why? Why'd they have to do it to it like this? You know? Just made the scaling and everything weird. I don't think I'm playing Borderlands 2 today. Oh, what happened? Oh, did they get hit with the infinite multiplayer? Or the... Oh. Okay, connection's lost. Oh, so you can't even play the game. Really? People on Xbox have to deal with that? Like, you can't just play in offline mode by yourself? Wow. Can you not just, like, set it to normal offline mode for Xbox and just play fine like that? Dang. Dude, I don't know. Multiplayer on PC has some weird issues like that, where if you're playing it through Steam, Steam does maintenance sometimes, and it'll make you lose connection through Shift, which is what Borderlands 2 runs through on a computer. And after that, it'll reconnect to Steam, and sometimes Shift just won't work properly, and you have to close and reopen your game to get it to play, like, anything really. Sometimes it can even get to the point where you're just stuck on the main screen, and it'll try to connect you to the internet, it'll fail, and then it'll try again, and then it'll fail, and it'll just repeat that infinitely until you just Alt F4 the game, like, just close it, just do something else. It's really weird. I don't know why this is an issue. I feel like they should have fixed it by now, but I understand they don't necessarily care to fix anything in the game anymore. So it's just an unfortunate thing that we have to deal with from now on. If you're playing on PC, you can kind of circumvent it if you're using mods and you have console enabled. But besides that, yeah, you just have to close it, and it really sucks, man. It's so weird. Does Ruby lose effectiveness with each OP level? And if so, what OP should I stop at if I want to keep using it instead of the Grog? Okay, this isn't a thing. The Ruby, it has half of the healing of the Grog. But you also have to realize, by the late portions of the game, you deal so much damage that it barely matters. Like, yeah, if you're min-maxing and you really want to sweat it out, you can use a Grog. But you'll be okay if it's just a Ruby. You'll be fine. I usually just run a Ruby through like almost the entire game because why not, you know? It has plenty of healing. You'll be fine. It's okay. You can use it. Alright. I think we're getting towards the bottom over here. Well, yeah, that's the Borderlands 2 subreddit. For the most part, a lot of Borderlands 2 subreddit is just people talking about guns they got, or like people have questions about bugs and stuff like that. So it's not like you're gonna find the most ridiculous stuff on there. It's usually just a lot of this, but it was still fun to look at. But yeah, guys, thank you for hanging out. I appreciate it. I hope everyone has a nice rest of their night. And yeah, that's about it. See you guys later.